welcome to Embroidery Happy Hour. And I forgot my iPad. I wanted to get my iPad. However, that's okay. I'll deal without it. So if you can't see or hear me, please let me know in the chat, and I will watch the chat while I videotape and everything. So that way, during the live, to make sure that I don't lose you guys. Okay. So as you guys know, I finally figured out my camera setup, and I'm pretty excited because that means that now I can actually work on projects like my sister does. So I'm pretty hype about that. So I'm pretty excited. So I actually want to try something tonight. Thank you, Cynthia. Oh, thank you, Marlene. Appreciate it. So I want to try something new and see something like people are like embroidering sequences and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, that seems kind of cool. It looks a little messy because you could tell like when they're cutting the sequence, it goes all over the place. But I figured, let me give it a shot because I know we just started the year, okay? But as you guys know, if you do embroidery, you're going to be doing stuff ahead of all the holidays, right? So I figured I'm actually going to make a shirt for myself and it comes out really good, then okay, well, we're going to rock and roll with it. Let me give you guys some feedback on what happened last week, okay? As you guys know, I tried to do myself a football sweatshirt, and the design did not come out aligned as I expected. Found out why. I made a modification to the design. I kind of like resized the design. And when I did that, I misaligned it. And that's why it kind of came out all crazy looking. Okay. So I'm like, all right. So now I know I got to be really careful when I do the resizing of designs. And I was able to re-embroider that. And I actually did it on a kitchen towel. It came out pretty cute. Then I'm going to send it over to my cousin because she loves Bad Bunny and she's all into the football thing and she's all super excited about Puerto Rico being represented in there. So, I figured, oh, what the heck, I'll probably just ship it out to her. So I'm probably going to be sending it out to her this week. So, Lillian, if you're watching, yes, it's for you. I'm going to make sure that I send it over to you. Okay. Because I know that's your thing, so it came out really super cute. So I figured I'll go ahead and I'll just send it over to her. As a matter of fact, let me show you guys what it actually looked like. I do have it in the drawer and stuff. I should have took it out to show it to you guys, but I didn't think about showing it to you. So hold on. Let me open up my... So I hope I can find it. Hold on. I will find it and show it to you guys. Where did I put it? Here we go. All right. So it really did come out really super cute. I really like the embroidery. As a matter of fact, let me take it out of the bag also. And I'll leave it out so that I can try to put it in the post office tomorrow because we're supposed to get snowed on tomorrow night. So I'll probably put this, as a matter of fact, I'll package it up and send it to her now. Here is the final design. As you can see, the frog came out perfect, nice, crisp, exactly how I like to embroider. As you guys know, I always use that phrase. It's got to be nice and crisp and solid. I mean, I love quality embroidery. I truly love it. Okay. So it's like, look at it. I'm going to give you guys close up so you guys can see. The only thing that I see is like right here. It looks like there was a little more design than what should have been, but that's okay. I don't think that's much of a big deal. But the machine, the embroidery came out really super cute. And I just love it. I just think like, oh, this is really cute. So, my cousin Lily was like all over and she was like, Bad Bunny's going to be at the football and that's historic and all that stuff. So she's like all into, she just loves it. Hey, she's Boricua, what can you say? Just like me. So I was like, okay. So, I was like, all right, let me do something. And I wanted to do this on a sweatshirt. But what happened was I resized the frog. Everything came out good except the frog. Oh, as a matter of fact, no, that's not true. Let me backtrack. I did get some misalignment on the numbers and all that kind of stuff too. So I don't think it was just the resizing that kind of affected the design. I think it was also the shifting of the fabric. So let's see how it goes today. Okay, because you guys know sweatshirts is not really my thing. Kitchen towels is, as you can see, solid. Okay, I just love doing kitchen towels. I don't know why. I think it's because they're not big, they're not bulky or anything like that. And I just like doing them. It's my thing. I mean, that's, you know, everybody's got their thing. Some people like to do the shirts. Some people like to do sweatshirts, hoodies. Some people love to do the hats. Some people do jackets. You know, everybody's got their own little flavor as to, or, you know, of what their favorite thing is to embroider on. And my thing is really the kitchen towels. I don't know why. I just love doing it. But hey, you know, but I do all kinds of things, you know, especially like when for my business. I can't just, you know, not everybody comes to me and says, hey, I want a kitchen towel. Some people say, hey, I need my logo on a polo, or I need a doctor's jacket or a scrub and stuff like that. I do so many of those. So I'm like, okay, so I gotta roll with it, right? Because you gotta go where the money's at. So that's okay. So let me show you what we're going to do tonight. And I'm pretty excited. Now, I saw a picture, and if I remember correctly, I think the lady that sells this stuff is, I think she's called Gypsy Crafty Creations or Gypsy Creations or something like that. But she had did an applique of a letter with lace, and I thought that was so beautiful, right? But then I was kind of like, wow, that's like really cool. I really like the way it looks, right? But obviously, because of all the lace and everything, you can only make it so big. But I started searching and stuff, and I found this beautiful font that very similar to what she's doing. But the thing is, it actually embroiders the lace on the edges, and it doesn't, you know, so she actually uses real lace on the edge of the letters. And I was like, I kind of like the font that you embroider the lace, right? Because the thing that goes through my mind is, you know, the several washing and all that kind of stuff. And even though lace is beautiful, sometimes you got to be careful with certain materials, because when people throw things in the wash, like let's say a bra, right? A bra has hooks on it and stuff. If you throw something in the washing machine and then you have something that has lace and you throw it in the washing machine as well, it can get caught and then it can pull and stuff like that. So I'm always thinking about, like, not just when you're embroidering, you know, you, of course, you want it to come out beautiful, you want it to look good. But the thing is, you want to look at how long is this embroidery or this design going to last, right? Is this something that is going to really look good moving forward, right? Because sometimes what happens is customers don't know how to handle or even care for embroidery. So I'm always thinking ahead and stuff like that. So I figured, let's do this. Let's do an applique with that new design that I found. And you know, if you guys are interested in where I got that font and all the stuff that I'm using today, I already had put the links in the video description. I just didn't do anything with this stuff, okay? But I figured this is really cute. I'm going to do 2 shirts. I'm going to do one for me, and then I'm going to actually do one for Nancy and stuff. But I'm going to do mine first, just in case it comes out all jacked up, because I can't send it to Nancy all jacked up, because then she'll get bad at me. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing her hat. She made this hat for me and stuff. So anyway, she needs to start selling these hats, guys. You guys got to tell her that. She needs to focus on her Etsy shop. She got all this yarn and stuff, but she just like, I'm like, girl, you need to, you know, if I was her, I would put Mr. H to be like cranking that machine and stuff and bring out those hats, or give mom something to do and she'll push out those hats and stuff. But anyway, all right, so let me show you what we're going to be doing, okay? So, we're going to be designing a hat, and a sweatshirt, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this sequence, okay? It's pink, and I think it's so cute, and I figured, oh, this would be really, really cute. Now, me and Fred will be going out for breakfast tomorrow morning at G Diner. So what I want to do is I want to wear a new sweatshirt. So I figured I could make this, and if it comes out really cute, then I'm going to be wearing this tomorrow. I'm going to be rocking it, okay? And I figured this goes with Nancy's hat, so that way I can go ahead and I can wear this with my scarf and all that kind of stuff. So I'll look cute. I'll look really cute. Okay, So let me show you the sweatshirt that I got also. And also, let me also show you this as well. I want to use metallic thread. Okay, so this is the silver metallic thread, and I'm going to be using the King Star. Okay, so I love the King Star. It works, okay, for me. All right, so I'm going to be using metallic thread. We're going to be using sequins, and I got my sweatshirt. Okay, so this brand new sweatshirt. This did not come from Walmart. I actually got it from the wholesaler that lives close to me. It is a Gildan Softstyle midweight. Okay, so I'm hoping that this comes out a lot better. I kind of love the way these feel. They're pretty soft and stuff and cozy. So I figured this would be really cool for me to rock tomorrow. So, all right. So guys, before we start to turn on any embroidery machine, before we start hooping, before we start doing anything, we got to work on our design. So what I want to do now is I want to switch over to Embroidery, and we're going to create our design together. That way I can do it step by step, and then I can show you guys exactly how I do it, and then everything's going to come out pretty cool, and you guys can learn with me. All right. So, and I am going to be able to set up the camera over to the table, so that way as I am hooping and as I'm cutting and all that kind of stuff and everything, you guys get to see it. So that way you guys can either follow along if you ever like want to make one of these shirts for yourself, and hopefully everything goes well, and then you guys can refer to this video and stuff. All right, so first things first, let's get to Embroidery. I'm gonna need to hook it up first. Let me see if I can share the screen, if it comes up, and it does not. All right, but that's okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my entire screen, all right, because I actually prefer to do it this way, and I'm gonna lower this, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Embroidery up. That way you guys can see it. Now, I can't see you guys. I know you guys can see me. I'm hoping. So let me go over and grab my iPad real quick, because that's the thing. I need to make sure that you guys can see me. Be right back. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Okay, guys, I am back. All right, so let me open it up, because I want to make sure that I can see what you guys can see and stuff, because I don't have a person that helps me out and stuff. So I'm kind of like, and I hope I'm not talking to myself. Oh my God, that would be crazy. Okay, so if you were talking to yourself, then that would really suck, but that'd be all right. Okay, things happen. All right, so we're live here, and I'm gonna make sure I turn the volume down on here, because I don't want to hear anything. I'm gonna hit skip, and you guys can see me. Okay, cool. I see everything's working out great. I'm gonna keep this over here. All right, awesome. All right, guys. So let's start with embroidery. As you guys can see, I wanted to use the entire screen, so that way you guys can see exactly everything, because sometimes what happens if we share the screen, it kind of cuts off some of it. And I want you guys to see exactly step by step how I do this. Okay, so let's do the font first. So first of all, I want to use my hoop. And because it is a big sweatshirt, I'm going to use the 8x13 hoop. And I'm going to hit apply, and I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm actually going to zoom out, so that way we can see the hoop that I'm going to be working on. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the lettering. And so you can see I got my box here. And I want to put Ma on my shirt. Okay, I just want to go Ma, and the reason is there's a reason for it, because Ma is what Carlito calls me when he gets mad. You know, when he's not mad, he goes Ma. When he's mad, he goes Ma. So I kind of like the Ma, so I'm gonna use the Ma. So we're gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna pick this new font that I found, which I thought was like so super cute, and I'm gonna do the 5 inches. See how big it is? I think that's fine. Let me see about the 6. I think the 6 might be a little too big, and it is. I actually want to do the 5. Here we go. So let me go a little bit closer to this so that you guys can see this font. Isn't this cute? This is Appliqué. Okay, so what I want to do and I'm getting some tickle in my throat here, is the inside. I want to use the sequins, okay? And then for all of this lace that you see up here, I actually want to use my silver metallic thread, okay? So I think that's going to come out so cute. All right, so, but there is an issue though. So I do want to make some type of modifications, okay? So we're talking about color sort, all right? And I'm going to tell you why I want to do color sort. I'm going to do the stitch simulator, okay, so that you can see exactly how the stitches run right now as is, okay? So as you can see, I'm going to hit this and it's going to do the letter M, and that's the placement stitch. Then you lay down your fabric, then you're going to go ahead and then it's going to do the tack down stitch. Then that's when we're going to go ahead, we're going to cut the fabric, okay? And then what it does is it starts to do all the lace, okay? So what's going to happen is, in order for me to do the M, okay, I have to do the M completely. So I'm going to have to take that out of the machine, okay, and put it back in. Then I'm going to have to do the same process with the letter A. As you can see, now it's going to stitch out the letter A. That's the actual placement stitch, okay, so that you know exactly where to put the material. Then it's going to tack it down, and then it's going to do the lace again, right? So I don't want to take this item off and on the machine, right? It's pretty simple, this design. It's not really complicated. So I'm just going to do the color sort. So this is what I'm going to do. And you should be able to do this if you have Embrilliance Essentials, okay? You go under Utility, and you're going to hit Color Sort. When I hit Color Sort, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to select New View. Click on that. And what it did was it gave me 2 tabs, okay? This was the one that we originally have, and this is the second. Now, how do you know what the difference is? Okay, let's go back to the first tab, okay? The first tab, as you can see, it just has the number 1, and it has the M and the A. Let's go over to the second tab. And right here, what you see is you see the number 1, but you have it with a little click, a little arrow that you can click on, and it actually identifies the 3 steps. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit the stitch simulator so that we can actually see how the steps work, okay? So as you can see right now, it's going to do the M and the A. So it's going to give me the placement stitch for both letters, not just one, okay? Then after I have the placement stitch, I'm going to lay down the sequins on top of the material, and then the machine's going to run again, and it's going to do the tack down stitch. So it's going to hold the material in place. We're going to take it off the machine. We're going to cut it, and then after I cut it, then the metallic thread is going to run, which is going to go a little slow, because when I use metallic thread, I do slow down the machine quite a bit, okay? Because then if you don't slow down the machine, you're going to get a lot of thread breaks, right? So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the metallic thread all the way around, and then we're going to be done with that, and it's going to look gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous, okay? So let's do this part first, okay? Because I just want to do Ma on here. I do want to do the sleeve also, but before we go to the machine, okay, let's design the sleeve, okay? So this is actually the design that I want to save. So I do have to go and grab a USB so that way I can save it on my USB. Now I could take this file and just send it automatically to the machine if I wanted to, because here it has, let's see, where is it? I know you here, I forgot how to do it. I think it's under, here it is, Wi-Fi to brother, okay? You can do that. I've done it, but I'm kind of out of practice on it, because I actually prefer to always save my files on USB. It's just what I do is how I do it, okay? As a matter of fact, I'll grab another USB and stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this one. I'm going to, first of all, the first one, I'm going to just delete, Okay, that way we have the one here right on the screen of the one that we need. I'm gonna do a new page. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's design the sleeve so that way at least you guys know up front how I actually do it. Okay, so let's do all the designing first, and then we'll do all the machine work second. Okay. All right, so I'm actually going to have to go into settings, and I'm going to have to select the hoop for my sleeve. So I'm going to go down here. And where do I have it? Let me see. I do have it somewhere in here. Hold on. So the normal, that's the wide frame. That was when I was teaching. I actually have it in here somewhere. Here we go. It says sleeve. Now, these I actually inputted myself, and I do have a video on how you can input your hoop sizes on here and how you can rename all this stuff and everything. So I'll make sure that I link that. So I'm going to have to remember that. So let me write that down so I don't forget. Link video to add hoop sizes. That way, if you guys want to know how to do this, I can actually show you how to do it. I already have a video out there that shows you how to do that. So it's really, really simple. It's not hard at all. So now I'm going to hit apply, and I'm going to hit OK. And right here, I'm going to push this back a little bit so that we can see this is the actual size of my hoop. And I have a hoop sleeve from Mighty Hoops and stuff. So that's the one that I'm actually going to use on the machine. All right. Let's see. So let's go ahead. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And actually, I want to put 3 names and 3 different designs on this sleeve. Okay. So the first name I'm actually going to put in there is actually going to be Fred. So I'm going to add Fred on there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick a really cute font. I like that one. Let me see. Do I have that one in a smaller? Yep, 1 inch. Okay. That looks pretty cute. I am going to make it just a tad bit smaller. And I'm going to tell you something. You don't want to have fonts or designs to go right up against the wall of the hoop. Okay. You always have to make your design just a little bit smaller. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on here on this box. And hopefully it lets me. Maybe I have this wrong. What's going on? Okay, so it looks like my machine's acting up. Don't do this now. All right, so we need some time to think. What's going on? All right, let's add this again. Yeah, it's running a little slow. I don't know why. I don't have too much stuff running. Oh, no. Okay, let me delete. All right, guys, give me a minute. You know, this is live. When you do live stuff, boys, sometimes it just doesn't come out the way you want it. All right, so I'm going to move this to the top because I want it in the top, but you don't want it all the way to the top. Okay, so I want this right there. And now I'm going to click on this again, and then I'm going to there you go. Now I got it. And I'm just going to make it just a little bit. And then I'm just going to move it a little bit there. I want it between these 2 lines. Okay. The line here and the line here. That's what I want it. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to add a heart. Okay. So I had purchased some hearts, and all these designs that I'm showing you guys, I will, they're already linked in the video description. Okay. So if you guys are wondering like, where did you get that? Well, I put that in there so that way you know exactly which one I'm using. Okay. So let's see. This is the hearts and PS. And I am going to pick one that is how big? I don't want it that big. Yeah, 1 by 1 inch is good. There you go. Okay, it just opened it up. I didn't do a merge. I could have done it, but I didn't do it. So now I'm just going to copy and paste this. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to my design here, which is tab 10. And then I'm just going to paste it in here. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to, and I'm going to move this up right underneath Fred. Now I'm going to have fun with this sweatshirt, and I'm going to have fun with the colors and all that kind of stuff and everything. I want Fred to be red along with the heart. I think that'll be cute because they all have their own special place in my heart, everybody, you know. So okay, so Fred's hot red. Okay, now we gotta go and we have to pick Cardito. Okay, and there's Cardito, and I'm gonna go ahead and adjust his name as well. Might have to adjust it a little bit more. We go, and because that's a little bit small, I'll adjust Fred as well, so that way they're kind of almost the same. There you go, guys. I just love doing this stuff. This stuff is fun. All right, so let me go back to Cardito's name, and I'm just going to move him up a bit, and that didn't work. Just move them up a bit. There you go. And for Cardito, I chose to do baby prints because that's my son. You know, that's my baby. Even though he's 26 years old, so he ain't no baby. Okay, that's a grown, that's a grown ass man. Okay, so, but every mother knows that no matter how big your baby gets, they're still your baby. So that's still my baby. Okay, so I'm going in here, even though he's probably like, I can't believe she said that, but if he ever watches this, he'll be like, oh, that's mom. All right, so I'm grabbing that one, that size. And, ooh, that's really small. Okay, so that's not going to work. That's too small for me. I'm going to go just a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's delete that and let's open up another size. Was that 1 inch that I picked? I think I did pick 1 inch. No, I saw they had 1.5. Let's do the 1.5 and let me get the baby prints. That looks a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to, I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to go back to the original. I'm going to paste it right in here. Okay, and then I'm going to move down those little tiny baby feet. And he doesn't have baby feet anymore. His feet are so big. Bigfoot. Okay, so this is just giving me a little bit of a hard time here, guys. But I wanted to show you guys how I'm designing it because I know that this could probably help someone out there. So let me close this because we don't need this heart anymore. I'm not going to save this. And I don't need the baby feet anymore. So I'm going to close this screen and I'll probably just do the merge. Let me see if I can do the merge the next time. That way we're not going back and forth with so much. Now I have a feeling I'm going to have to move all this back up because I'm going to need room for you know who, because Mellow. There you go. Okay, so now here we go. So now he's going to be blue. Now I want my Mellow on here, okay? And if you guys don't know, Mellow is my golden doodle, and he's a standard golden doodle. He is a pretty big boy. Pretty big. And that's Mellow. And I'm going to make that just a little bit smaller. And I'm going to scroll him down here. And then what I want to do for Mellow, and I'm going to move those baby feet just a little bit. There you go. What I'm going to do for Mellow is, of course, we're going to do some paws. Okay, so I'm going to do the merge. Let's do the merge, and let's see if I can grab it from here. Download. And I don't think so. It doesn't show. That's the thing. The merge, the merge to me sometimes doesn't work like it's supposed to. So it's like, oh, it's all in alphabetical order. Okay, so maybe I will find it in here. It should say pause. There it is for paw print. Okay, there you go. Paw print. I'm gonna go in there. Let me open that up. Look at that. Okay, so I want it to be 1 inch. Okay, so I'm gonna double click on that. There's my paw print. Oh, cute, so cute. Should be a little bit bigger, right? Don't you think? Let me merge another one and let me see. And see, this is the thing. Goes all the way to the bottom. Now I got to look for paw. I knew there was a reason why I sometimes didn't do the paw print, because it just got a little bit too much. So, okay, here we go. Am I missing the paw print? Here we go. All right. Paw print. Going here. Here is the 1 inch. I think 1 inch is good. I'll do 1.5 inches. There you go. 1.5 inches is good. I'm going to bring that paw print all the way down. Okay. And then that paw print that I did, I'm going to delete that. And here we go. All right. So I am actually going to take this whole thing. Okay. I'm highlighting this whole thing. I'm doing, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shrink it just a little bit. There you go. And then I'm going to put it right smack in the middle like that. All right. And the paw print should come down just a little bit. And I'm good. I'm good. This looks really good, guys. So I am pretty happy with both of these files, okay? So I'm going to go grab my USB because I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose all this work that I did. So what I'm going to do now is I want to save this to my USB because I love doing this. So let me see. I don't want to lose all this. Oh, I got my water here too. I don't want to knock down my water. That would not be good. So this is where my 65 needles went. I was wondering. I said I knew I put it somewhere, but I just didn't know where it went. Okay. All right. So let me take my adapter out. And I got this little thing here for my USB because I got a new MacBook a while ago. And every time you get something new from the Mac, they always change the connectors, right? First it was the flash drive. Now you got the C port. It's like, you got to end up changing everything. So it's like, ugh, okay. All right. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to save this on my drive. And I'm actually going to call this sleeve. Okay. All right. So that's sleeve. And then here we go to the first design that we just did. Now, the thing is too, is I just noticed there's one thing that's missing on this design. And that is the accent. Okay. For, for us, Spanish, we always do ma with the accent on the A. Now, because this font does not have the accent, that's okay. I really don't need the lace to be on the accent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually select a font that does have like a little comma thing, which I have right here. Is from Stitchtopia. And hold on, guys. It has all the symbols in there, the punctuation. I'm actually going to do 3 inches. And nope, that's not the what I want. I actually just want the 1 comma. All right. Let's delete that. Let's add it back. And all I want is a comma. There you go. Or no, that's not what I want. Hold on. That's not what I want. I want that slash. Oh, I can hear the wind outside. So right now it's windy. It's like, whoo, we're going to be getting a storm for sure. Why is that happening? Do I have my locks on? Okay, that's not what I want. It was working before. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Hold on 1 minute, guys. Let's cancel this. Let's cancel that. All right. Put that here. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to hit maybe the 3 inches. And yeah, I don't know why. Hold on 1 minute, guys. I don't know why that's happening. Nope. That's not what I want. All right. Then the comma will do. The comma will do then. Let me do 3 inches. But that doesn't look right. All right. Let me see what else it has in here. Okay. So it has the exclamation point, the 2 commas. It has the pound sign, dollar sign. It's supposed to have that. See, it has that right there. Am I hitting the wrong button? I think I am. I think I'm hitting the wrong button, guys. Maybe that's what I'm doing. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Why did it work before? All right, guys. You know, when you want something to work, it just never works. Okay, maybe it's this. Nope. Nope. But you know what? I can make this work. You know how? Adjust it. There's always a way. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Nope. Not going to work. Hold on. I don't know why that's not working for me. That's not cool. All right, guys, hold on. Let me think. I'm thinking, because you guys know me. I don't give up. Or maybe it was like that and I just didn't realize it. All right, hold on. All right, I got to get rid of this and get rid of this. All right. Let me go back. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that. And that's not coming out. Okay, so hold on. There are more than one font in here. That's for sure. Let me try. Hey, let me try the worm. Does that have? Yes, it does. It does. Okay. And this probably would look cuter. There you go. All right. So let me see. How does that look? As an accent. It could work. There you go. That could work, but it looks more like a dot. Let's look a little bit more, guys. Okay, because that's the worm one, right? And then if you guys, let me show you something else. Let me show you a little trick as well. Okay. All right, that goes it. Let's right here. You see where I'm turning my thing around. Okay. If you see this eye, click on this eye. And what this is going to do is it's going to show you all the available characters, okay, that are available for that font, all right? Because not all the fonts that you buy have special characters that come with it. That's why sometimes you got to really read those descriptions and stuff, so that way you know exactly what you're buying. Like sometimes you could buy a font and all you get is the capital letters. Sometimes you buy them, you get the capital letters plus the small letters. And sometimes they'll throw in the numbers and the symbols, or sometimes it'll be capital letters, small letters, and just the numbers and no symbols. So sometimes you just have to like check. So and this is the thing also, you don't always have to use the same font for all your designs, you know. So I I'm just going to go through and I'm going, and I will eventually find a really cute accent design that I can try as an accent. And there you go. I think this one is pretty cute. And all I have to do is just tilt it just a little bit like that. There you go. Maybe I can stretch it a little bit. There you go. There you go. There's my accent right there. And I'm actually going to make this pink. There you go. All right, so let me go back, zoom in. This looks solid to me. I think this looks solid. I like it. Ma, with the little accent. I think that's cute. The accent doesn't have to have the lace. I think it's cool like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this now, okay? And now we can rock and roll. We have our embroidery files, okay? So I'm just going to call this Ma, and I'm going to save this on my USB. Now I'm going to go into the USB. Let's close this up, okay? And I'm actually going to go into my USB because I actually want to make sure that I have them both. Now I called Ma, which I have the BE and the PES, and then the other one is sleeve. I have the BE and the PS. I just need the PES. The BE is a file that you can modify. The PS is actually your stitching file. The BE extension is your working file, okay? So I'm good with that. So now I'm going to eject my USB. I don't need in Brilliance anymore. I'm going to remove that. I am back. So guys, we're good. Okay. So we have the file for both. All right. So now I have my camera set up here. So what I'm going to do is let me take this out. And what I'm going to do, I hope your power stays on. Well, we are like so super ready. It's not even funny. That's how ready we are. We are like super duper ready. Okay. Stuff Bernardino. I mean, it's like, yes, we got snacks, we got food, we got everything. And you know what's so great about being retired is that you can hit the supermarket while everybody's at work. Because I know right now those stores must be packed. They're going to be super packed tomorrow morning because it's supposed to, it's supposed to start snowing tomorrow. I think at like 5 or 6, something like that. And I already got my wine and I got my cheese. So I'll be sitting on the front porch with my hat on and my little cute little hat and my sweatshirt. And I'm just going to enjoy watching the snow come down. So I'm just going to be like, I'm going to be hyped tomorrow. So that's why I want to do the shirt, because I hope it comes out really, really cute. All right, guys. So I'm going to add the other camera on here. And let me see. I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to switch it over. There we go. Isn't that nice? And my sister, I don't know if she's on the chat, but if she saw it, she'd be so proud of me. She'd be like, oh, Jeanette finally got it together. She got her stuff together. Look at that camera. Well, it's not a camera. It's actually my iPhone. Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to adjust this because I want to make sure that you guys see everything. Okay. And what I love is that I get to see everything with you guys. So let me move this just a little bit down so we can see. All right, so you guys can see my table, and this is so cool. Oh, I love this thing. Okay, so let me show you the setup that we got going on right here, okay? And what we're going to do. So, of course, we have our sequins, okay? And now we have our sweatshirt. Love this color. I thought it was so super, super cute, okay? Now, we've got our metallic thread that I'm going to use. And then also, I thought this pink thread was kind of cute. I don't think you're going to see this pink thread too much because this is actually going to tie together with my sequins. So it's not really going to show, but I'm okay. I just really wanted to match it. This, I want it to be the actual lace design, okay? because I think the metallic thread is really going to give it a nice spot, a like nice little pop, you know. So yeah, I didn't pull the thread out for the sleeve yet, but let's focus on this. It's the first time I'm working on this material, so I'm a little bit like, oof. I did not put heat and bond on here. Okay. I don't know if people are putting heat and bond on here. I don't know how this is going to act with an iron. So I'm like, I'm not going to chance it. It's just a sweatshirt for me. And I'll figure out later on if heat and bond is something that people put behind this. I personally don't think so. Because of all of this, this can melt. In my personal opinion, I think this can melt. I'm not sure. If you guys know, say, let me know in the fabric. But I mean, in the fabric, in the chat, in the chat. I was saying the fabric. Oh my goodness. So anyway, but it is what it is. So I only got half a yard because I don't know, you know, because I figured I could just give it a shot. And so I just got half a yard of this. The other thing also, and I'm maybe put this aside, is we got the sweatshirt. I got my little marking dots. Okay, I like using this. I don't like using the fabric pens or anything like that, or sometimes not even the chalk, because it leaves a residue behind it. The chalk washes out. Now, my friend Danielle told me that what she uses is she uses soap, which I think that is pretty smart because you know soap will wash out for sure. So what I'm going to do is I have these rulers, right? I have for adult, toddler, and youth. Of course, this is going to be for an adult. I'm going to be using this. And I'm going to put this aside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see. Oh, I'll put this, sorry guys. Okay, so line this here. So I'm going to align this here, and I'm putting this right in the center. Okay. And I'm going to take one of my fun dots, and I like to leave these in the plastic because if you don't, this goes all over the place and it's not fun, and you're going to end up with dots all over the place. So I'm going to take one of my green ones. I'll take a, well, should I take a green? No, let me take another color so that it can really pop. I'll do red. Let's do red because red will really pop out. Okay, so all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my little red dot, and I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, so this is where my embroidery should start. Okay, you can go lower than here, but you don't want to go any higher than this red dot. The reason being is because then when somebody wears it, they're going to look kind of funny because the embroidery is going to be all the way up to their neck. So this is usually the space you're supposed to have. So I like to put this there because I want to make sure that the embroidery design does not go past this red dot that I have here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put these away. Let me put these away because I don't like. All right. Cool. So I already know this is how I have to hoop this. All right. I did not print out my embroidery design. I do know that the sequence is going to have to fit in this hoop. Okay. So I'm going to cut this fabric now, okay, because I just needed to fit in this hoop. And let me see how I can cut this so that way I don't have too much waste. So let me see. So isn't it pretty? I think this is so cute. All right, so I'll use this scissor here. And I need to make sure that I don't cut my sweatshirt. So let me take the sweatshirt out of the way. I get nervous, you know, because I don't want to mess this up. All right, so and let me take out my hoop so that way I know for sure how much I need. So I'm going to put this on here. And let me lift you guys up a little bit more so you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. Yeah, because I want to make sure you guys can see everything. Now make sure that I move the camera and stuff. You guys good? Oh, I got to move this. Hold on. Let me get this out of the way. Got my little, I was thinking about, should I take this off? And I guess I should have. Let me take this down because I know this is getting in the way also. Okay, so I got rid of that. Okay, Cool. All right. Hopefully I don't trip over that. Okay, guys. All right. That looks a lot better. Does it? Okay, it does. All right, cool. All righty. So now what I'm going to do is I need to make sure that this can fit in here. I just need enough for this. So, let's see. Yeah, I can save some of this. All right, so let me just, of course, this part I don't need, but let me see. I'm just going to use this and I'll just cut across. Okay. And okay, just cutting here. All right. Okay. So I cut this across, more than plenty, but that's okay. When I place it, I'll just make sure I position it where I can try to save some extra, you know, and stuff. So I'll just do that. Okay. All right. So now let's hoop our shirt. Okay. So that I can make sure that it, you know, is hooped correctly. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this on here. Okay. Of course, you need your stabilizer. I actually want to use cutaway. So I'm going to, and I should have cut my stabilizer too, and I didn't. So I should have pre-cut this, but bear with me, guys. So that way, at the same time, though, you know, this, if you really think about it, this is giving you the real time that it's going to take for you to do one of these shirts. You know, it's like you'll, you get an idea of, that's why sometimes I tell people don't sell yourself short and stuff, because a lot of times what people do is that they don't price their items right, and this is a lot of work, guys. Think about it. I mean, I had to design it and stuff, and we just designed it and everything, and now this is the hooping process, right? So you know that this takes time too. I think I stuck in it too much. There we go. Put this away. All right. So now I have my cutaway. So I'm going to take my cutaway. I'm going to put it in here. Okay. And then when I put this in, okay, also that dot also serves as my center point of when, you know, when I'm hooping this. So now I'm probably going to move you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. All right. So this has to go up here somewhere like that. And it's not in the middle. Okay. All right. So, all right. I'm trying to move you guys so that you guys can see what I'm doing. There you go. Okay. So this is kind of like my center point. Let's see, it goes down too much. This is 2X. So I need to up this a little bit here. So I don't want it like, you can kind of feel like where your hoop is when you put your hand in here. So I kind of know like this is the middle. So I have to scoop over a little bit. So you kind of have to mess with it. And then I already know this is the top of my hoop. So I'm moving it here and there you go. All right. So this is where I want it to be. Okay. And I just want to make sure it's nice and straight. Yep. Because this is where I want it to be. And then where's the bottom of my hoop? Here it is. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hoop this. And yep. There you go. Looks good. Okay. And my dot, let me grab you guys so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Let me move you guys over here. See the dot right there? Okay. That dot is right in the center. Okay. So I'm good. And then the grain of the fabric, you can see that it's going down. I am going to tug on it a little bit. I want to make sure it's nice and snug. You don't tug on it too hard though, guys, because then you can, you know, really mess up the fabric and stuff. But you just want it to be like nice and snug and stuff like that. So, all right. So I'm going to put you guys back here so that you guys can see. All right. So I have my part that I cut. Okay. And as you can see, this is going to fit nicely in here. So, of course, I have more than enough, okay, and stuff, but it's going to work out just fine. I mean, this is going to come out really good. So, let's go over to the machine, okay, and I'm going to move you guys a little bit here because I'm going to put you guys on another tripod here, okay. So, I got this tripod here all set up. We're going to work on this machine right here on Boricua number 2. Kind of like her. I don't know why. I think it's because of her place of where she is in the room. Because as you can see, it's like I have Boricua 1 number there, and then I got Boricua 2, and then here I got Boricua 3. So I really love where Boricua number 2 is positioned. So I don't know. It's just what it is. So all right. So I turn on the machine, and then I do have to oil it. So let me see if I can lift you guys up a little bit because I want to make sure you guys can see okay everything that's going on. Oops, sorry. Jerked a little bit here. There we go. I got you. And ooh, kind of messed up my nail a little bit, but that's all right. I'll fix it. I'll fix my nails later. All right, so I gotta turn on my machine. I have to oil it because I haven't used my machine all day today. And use a new bobbin too. So I'm gonna put a new bobbin in here because the bobbin that I have in there is almost empty. And I don't want to start this project with an empty bobbin for sure. Okay, because that's, I don't want to like stop for that. I'm gonna go ahead. And before I oil it, I need to clean it. As I see from my last order. Even though I usually do this before I go to bed, but I was exhausted yesterday. I finished a big order, so I was so happy to shut these machines down and stuff. And it's funny because sometimes I get these orders last minute, you know. And it's kind of my fault because they're, you know, I do tell them, oh, bring it over now so I can get it, you know, get it done for you. So it was like same day, which was fine. All right. Got all that cleaned out. Let me just go and give it a good brush. Make sure you clean your machines, guys. This is the step that really, you know, it can mess up your machine if you don't clean it good, you know, and stuff. And now I want to oil it before anything. Got it done. It's oiled. That's fine. Let me put my threads that I want to use, okay, in the machine. I said I wanted to use this pink, and I also wanted to use the metallic. So I'm going to put the pink on the second needle, okay. Tie the knot here, and then I'm going to put the metallic on the first needle because the metallic is the one that I have to babysit a lot because it's metallic. So metallic is very sensitive. So you want to make sure you run your machine very slow. So here's my metallic thread. I'm using a 7511 needle for the metallic thread. Sometimes you can change the needle. Some people change the needles. But I've been able to work with this thread with a 7511. But I have to slow down the machine. I can't just run it fast, you know. All right, so now I got my bobbin with a new bobbin thread in there. Okay, okay. Now let me grab my USB. All right, and we're going to, I have to change my arm. My arm was in 8.5, a smaller position. So I got to undo these. Then I got to push this out all the way because I'm going to use the big hoop. So I'm going to push this out. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm going to select Ma. Okay. But I'm going to rotate it. Oh, I want it facing me. There we go. All right. So let's put my sweatshirt in the machine. Here we go. Do it this way. Put this in the machine here. And also another thing that's important, put your hand inside. Make sure that, and let me see if you guys can see everything that I'm doing. You can. Okay. You want to make sure that you have everything here clean. So you put your hand in here. Make sure you can feel that stabilizer and you don't have the sweatshirt like caught up. Because if you start to embroider, then what you're doing is you're embroidering the front with the back. And that's going to mess you up. So, all right. So we got that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a trace because I want to see where this is going to go. What's important about this trace is you want to make sure that the embroidery machine is not going to hit the side of your hoop, because if it does, you can damage your machine. That is like so super important. You don't want to do that. So always trace. I don't care if, to me, I look at it as get into that habit. I don't care that you had done that like 50 times or whatever, okay? I get into the habit. I always like to trace. You just never know, okay? And you don't want something to happen. So, okay. So now it's, let me see. Is this doing this correctly? I don't think so. Because this should have several steps. And it looks like it has the whole thing in pink. That is not, this is not working. Okay, hold on. I should have two separate things in here. And I don't see that on this design. All I see is the pink. I don't see the tack down or anything like that. So I need to go back to the computer and find out what's going on, because this did not save correctly. Because if I hit embroider, I don't know what's going to do. I have a feeling that it'll do the stuff and it's doing everything in one color. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe that's what happened. I'm not sure. Let's go back to the desktop and let's take a look at this, because I don't want this to get all messed up. So back to the drawing board, guys. All right. So we're going to have to. All right. So here I am back again because something is not working correctly with that design. So we're going to have to figure that out. It needs to have, two separate stuff. So let me see. I think you accidentally changed the color when you added the accent. And I think you're right. I think that's something that I did. So let's go back to Embrilliance. Okay. And let's figure this out. Okay. So, let's go back in here. Let's look at my design. And there you go. You're right. I mean, I did not. If I pick everything the same color, then yeah, it's just gonna do one thing. So it isn't that something. So you guys can see that, right? Okay. Yeah. So did you guys see my mistake? because this is like a learning thing for everybody. Okay, so let's do it right. Okay, so let's pick different colors. This is the tack down. Okay, and I'm going to pick another color. Okay, let's pick white. Then on this color, I'm going to pick something crazy. I don't know, red. Okay, then here, that's the thing. That's going to be pink. And then this, I'll pick another color. Okay, well, no, it could stay pink. That could stay pink because it's going to keep going anyway. All right. So now I'm going to save this file that way. Let me get the USB. Here it is. I got it. Let's resave this. Okay. And then I'm going to bring it back to the machine and then we're going to take a look at it. Okay. And stuff. So, and see how important it is to really, really, really understand the details. That's why sometimes when I do embroidery, I really don't like being disturbed, because when you can easily miss something and throw your whole project off. Then next thing you know, you're like, you know what I mean? So okay, so I'm gonna do save stitch as. I'm gonna call this Ma again. It'll just replace it. All right, cool beans. Now let's get out of here. Okay, and I'm gonna remove this. I'm back. Let's go back to the camera, okay? And let's see, how are we doing? Let's go back to the machine. I'm going to bring this up. And it doesn't look like you guys can see my screen. Can you guys see that screen? If you can't, let me know, because it's important that you guys see this, okay? All right, so I'm going to bring you guys up because I can't see what you guys see. That's the bad thing that I don't like about using the phone sometimes. And I'm gonna have to bring your legs up. Hold on, I'm working on the tripod here to get you guys a little bit higher here. Okay. Like I said, I'm trying to get better. All right, so yep, you guys can see my screen here. It's a little bit on the funky side, but that's all right. I'm going to let me put my iPad here so that way I can see exactly what you guys can see. All right, so I'm going to move this a little bit closer. All right, so that you guys can see. All right, so as you guys can see right here, and I'm going to point so that you guys can see, right here it had Ma and it has one color. Because it had everything in one color, you're just going to see one line. It's not going to stop anywhere, and we need that stop because remember, we have to do the placement stitch, add the sequence, tack it down, and then cut it out. So this isn't going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this design. Okay. And I'm actually going to delete it. And then I'm going to go right back to the USB and I'm going to re-pull it. Because remember, we just went to the computer and it did it upside down. So I'm going to have to rotate it. Okay. And I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to do edit. And then I'm going to do embroider. There we go. You see all the steps? Perfect. Let me see. Let's go to embroidery settings and then you can see it. If we go into edit and I go color. See, this is now going to be my tack down and it says it right there. And I think it's a little bit too big. I wish I could zoom in and stuff like that when I have the camera on here because this is so important for you guys to see. I'm trying to move this here. And I do have like a little delay on my iPad. So I'm not sure if you see it or not. But if you, I think, well, right here, it has the outline, right? Then when I click on this, that has the tack down. And then right here, that's when it does all of the laces and all this stuff. And that's okay, okay? Even though it has it like that, that's okay. I will drive this machine and tell it what needle to use for the tack down, what needle to use for the actual, for the placement, the tack down, and for that. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about the colors and stuff like that. So you'll know what you need to do. So I'm going to hit embroider. Okay, And as a matter of fact, let's go back. Let's do that trace that I keep telling you guys about, because, you know, remember, this is a new design and I want to make sure that it's not going to hit anything, okay? Because these machines are not cheap, and they're not cheap to service either. So I got to make sure that it's right where I want it. Okay, and it's going to embroider beautifully here. So now I'm going to hit embroider, okay? And what I'm going to do now is it says it's going to use needle number 2, which needle number 2 is fine because that's what I want it to do. And now I'm going to hit lock. Now let me show you a button that I pick on here. After it embroiders the tack down, I want it to stop. I don't want it to keep embroidering. So I'm going to hit this little hand right here, and it gives me a little red hand right there. So it just does that, and then it stops. So now I'm going to go ahead, and we're going to do this real quick. I'm going to show you guys. We're going to do this real quick, and I'm going to just do the outline. Okay, it's going to do the outline of mom. And then the machine is going to stop. And I'm doing it with the pink thread so that I can actually see. This is going to look so cute. Try to move you guys a little bit closer to this so that you guys can see. Yeah. Now it's doing the A. All right. So now this goes over there. Now, before I put this on here, this A has a little triangle. It's going to be pretty difficult for me to figure out where that A is, that little triangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a little hole in here so that way I know exactly where that A goes. But before I do that, I'm actually going to put this on here and then I'm going to feel for it. And then I'm going to pop the little hole in there so that way I know exactly where it is. So as a matter of fact, what I'll do is let me show you how we're going to do this on here. So, well, let me just pop the hole and then let me just pop the hole. I'm just going to take a little bit of material out of here and I'm just going to pop this hole. I'm just going to cut this. Okay. Let's make a hole. There you go. See the hole? All right, so I'm going to make sure that hole that I just made right here is going to fall right inside that A. That way, when I'm cutting out the applique, I'm good. And I think I made that hole too big. Shoot. All right, hold on, guys. Ah. Oh, well, I have plenty. Okay, I did pretty good. Let's go over to the cutting table. This get a little more complicated, okay? So let me take you guys over here, and let me take this out of the machine, and let's focus on here, okay? Because let me take this extra out. Let me take this here, because you know I need space. I need space. I need to think. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. Move this out of the way because we need to think here. All right, how am I going to do this? All right, so I got the sweatshirt here. All right, and I already cut the hole here, so that's gone. But let me just finish cutting that off because I really don't need all this anyway. So let me cut all this off. You guys can see what I'm doing? Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna cut this off. It's gonna come out crazy. Let's see, all right. Let's see how to do this, all right. Okay, so I can put this one here, and I know that there's a thing right there. So I just need a really little tiny hole. That's all, because I didn't realize that that cut so big. So what I'm going to do is before I even cut, maybe what I should do is just push this down here so that I know exactly where I am. Okay. Okay, so if I cut this piece, I should be fine. So I just want to cut just a little bit, not a lot. There you go. There you go, because I want to be able to get the scissor in there. All right, so this is going to have to get stuck to this. So I'm going to use my adhesive because I need this to stay where it's supposed to stay. So especially in this area. Okay. I see the hole. The hole has to be in that little round thing. So that's for sure. And then I will smooth everything else out. Okay. Make sure, double check. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Shoot, where did I put the hole? There it is. Is this the hole? Oh, man. No, that's the hole. Oh, geez. I got to remember. As a matter of fact, the little dot, here we go, to the rescue. This way I know exactly where the hole is. Because it's really hard to find it again. So this is where it is. And I'm going to put my green thing right there. That way I know that it's there. There we go. There we go. So if you guys don't know what I did, give you a close-up. I put that green dot right there. Oops, see, right there. See? Little sticky. So I know that that is where I need to cut the triangle of the A. Okay? All right. So let's go back to the machine. And see, as you guys can see, this is not easy work. This is a lot of work. So that's why I'm not big into, you know, selling sweatshirts and such. This is work. You know, it's like, and people are cheap. They don't want to pay, you know, for what you really are doing. Okay. All right. So, whew, got that. Okay. So let me make sure that you are close now. Okay. And that you guys can see. Now that I have this, I just want to make sure you guys can see. Okay. Now that I have this down and, you know, I put my little dot right where I'm going to be cutting it and stuff like that, I'm going to change the needle because I still want that pink thread to come out. So I'm going to swap my needle. Hold on. not 6 to 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run the tacked on stitch. This is the first time I'm doing this, guys. So you're going to see, can I get it done the right time the first time? I don't know. All right, so I'm going to slow down my machine to 700 stitches per minute, okay, because I don't know how this thing pops. I should be wearing my glasses and stuff. Let me put my glasses on because I don't want, if something pops, I don't want it to get in my face, you know, and stuff. So, all right, so here we go. Let's try this now. Guys, this might be a long night. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so it looks like it finished the M. And now it's going to do the A. And hopefully it goes around that green dot that I have on there. This is the part where I'm nervous because I have my green dot right here. And yep, it's going right around it, so I did good. Awesome. All right, guys, so now it's time for us to cut this baby out. Let's see how we go with that. Oh, all right, so we're going to stop the machine, okay? And let's take this out and let's go over to the cutting table, okay? So hold on, I'm gonna go get you guys. I didn't forget you. All right, so let's let me take you out of here, this camera, this thing, and then I'm going to put you back on my tripod right here, so that way you guys can see what I'm doing. Let's see, hold on. I'm putting you back on this other tripod so that way you guys can see exactly what I'm doing here. Did you guys, oh, don't tell me, hold on. Technical difficulties again. Here we go. Did we resume? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, cool. All right, let me bring you guys down so that you guys can see as I do the applique, okay, and stuff. So let's see. And I got my glasses. Let me put my glasses away here. All right. So can you guys see what I'm doing? I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. That way I get to see what you guys see. Okay. So let me move the camera just a little bit, or move this a little bit. Here we go. Are you good? Yep. All right. So here we go. So we have all this stuff. And we got to get rid of all this stuff. So now I'm going to start cutting. And I'm going to tell you something. This is not exactly very easy to cut like regular fabric. Okay. I'm already finding it a little bit challenging. Because this is like applique, so I already find it a little bit challenging because of all the stuff. So I think I need some other scissors. Hold on. I have some scissors that I like to use. Okay. Let me try these. Maybe this will be a little bit better. And stuff, because I could already see that I gotta kind of cut. This is going to be a long night for us, guys. I'm going to be mad if this doesn't come out good. I'm going to be like, what? All right. So, but you guys are getting firsthand as to how long this stuff takes. So, let me see. I don't even know what letter I'm cutting out. I'm cutting out the A. Yeah, there it is. I see. There you go. I'm cutting out the A. It's coming out. And then you got to keep twisting. And you want to be careful that you don't cut the shirt. You know, be careful. That's the thing that I get nervous about. That's why I don't like doing shirts, because shirts can be expensive to replace if you don't do them right. There you go. This is the A. And I got this. Little vacuum. You want to use your little vacuum and stuff, because you can end up with a mess all over the place. You don't want stuff all over your floor. You know. All right, looks all right. I mean, looks the best. I mean, it is what it is. Let me see. I'm trying to cut it as much as possible. I know the bottom of this A, I can cut a lot better. I'm going to be wearing this, so I want to be proud of it. So I want to make sure that I have this right. Okay. Now, remember I put that little green dot, and that green dot is right here. So I know that that's the part where I made the hole. See? I'm going to take that green dot out. I'll put it right there. Here's my hole. So I can lift it and I can start cutting. That's the middle of the A. Okay? So you got to be careful in there. Man, this is a lot of work. I don't do the sweatshirt. I'm sticking to kitchen towels. I'm telling you. I'll make this for me and Nancy, but that's it. Because I want to make Nancy one too. And see how you got to be real careful. You don't want to cut the inside of the shirt. There you go. Whew. Yeah, this is work. This is work, guys. So when you see these shirts are expensive, that's right, they are. They're expensive, you know? Just to get in here, cutting all this is not easy. You know, because it's all sequence, so. And I bet you this probably does a number on your scissors. That's what I'm thinking too. And look, there's more to go up here too, because it's not. Yep. because you want the A to look like an A. You don't want it to be all, you know. Okay. It's right here. Okay. This looks all right. This looks okay. They could live with it. Now we got the M. Guys, not even close. I just finished one letter. Now let's work on the M. The M hopefully is a little straightforward. More straight lines, hopefully. Can you guys see what I'm doing? And as you can see, this is not easy to cut. This is not exactly like. All this stuff is work. All right. Oof. All this stuff is work. And I got to cut the inside of it too. Oof. Man, this is a lot. Yeah, this is not easy to cut at all. And this is my first time doing it, so don't know if there's like a trick. Maybe they put heat and bar on this. I don't know. Does anybody out there know? Do you put heat and bar behind this thing to help? I mean, it's like it's not the fabric itself that's hard to cut. It's all these sequences that they have. It's not easy to cut. And then look, this is as far as I can get to it. I don't know. I wonder if you could use the Brother Scan and Cut to because you can see, look at that, I got a lot in here too. Because as you can see, it's not like straight. There's a lot in here for me to cut in here. So I'm like, okay. This is not easy. Guys, I don't know. I'm already tired. What the heck? I'm already tired. Oh my God. I'm already tired of doing this. Yeah, I'll sell you this shirt, all right? $500. How much are people selling these shirts for? They are probably underselling themselves because it's like, oh, crazy. Look at that. I got to get the top of the M. Woo. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, guys. Maybe there's a better secret to this. But this ain't for me. This is for the birds. I'm telling you. No. Okay, somehow this one came out a little bit easier. Maybe it's because of the way I'm putting the scissor. There you go. This one came out a little bit better. But it looks kind of sloppy, like, because you know with applique, you got to cut it a certain way. Because then it'll look kind of funky, you know. You got to cut close to the stitches. because then it'll start looking a little tacky. Maybe this is just good with fabric. I don't know. I've seen people do designs with this stuff. I don't know if I've seen people do the alphabet, but if nobody did it, then okay, so I gave it a shot for everybody. For the embroidery community. All right, so I have spots in here that I know should be cut better. And I don't know how the final stitch out is going to come out. Because I know that this M looks kind of sad. And I am going to snip as much as I can in here, because I know this M is looking a little bit on the sad side. So let's do some snip here. This looks a little better now. And it could be to the angle that I'm cutting at. So if you customers are out there looking, now you guys know what us embroiderers have to do for you. Because how long is anybody timing me? How long have I been cutting this thing? And you see it still ain't correct in my book. This still needs some more looking, you know. I don't want to just stick it in the machine knowing that more should have been done and then it doesn't look right. Because I have some areas in here where I know I got some serious and what it is it's hard to cut the sequins. The sequins is not exactly easy to cut. That's what it is. Okay. All right, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think I've cut enough, or is it gonna look decent, or is this gonna look all jacked up? I don't know. And now I want to use the metallic thread right here on the top. All this has to come out. There you go. You want to look to make sure that the letters look like a letter. And I think this is decent. Let's give it another vacuum. Okay. All right, guys. I think I did okay. I think I did okay. I think it looks all right. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the machine. We're gonna go back to the machine and I'm gonna put this back in. So let me put you guys on the other one, on the other pad. Let's walk over here. You're gonna go back on here, okay? And we're gonna put this back on the machine. And this time I'm gonna run the metallic thread. All right. And I'll tell you, if I didn't have that vacuum, it would be a mess in this room, all over the floor and stuff. That little handy vacuum is really good when you're doing a lot of appliques and stuff. It picks it up for you. All right, once again, when you put stuff in the machine, okay, I don't know if you guys can see me, make sure that you are checking the bottom of the machine, because you want to make sure that you're not going to embroider the back of the shirt to the front of the shirt, okay? I think this looks kind of decent. All right, so now now it's going to stitch all of that, and then I'm going to have to stop it when it gets to the accent, because I wanted the accent to be pink. I didn't want it to be silver. So I should have changed that, but that's all right. I can watch it. We're going to watch it together. Now let's embroider. I'm going to lower the speed to 500, and let's see what happens, okay? And of course, and I got a snag already. It's gonna be a long night, my dear. Who needs sleep, right? Sleep is overrated, right? So here we go. All right, so I'm gonna, and I really love the metallic thread, because the metallic thread's gonna be so cute. Let me lower the machine again. I'm gonna slow this down. And I know it's really hard for you guys to see on camera, but it's like so cute, and it's not threading. Why is it not threading? Come on. Now I need to manually thread this thing. Get out of here. Oh, man. All right. You want to be like that? It's fine. Be that way. All right. Going really slow. And it could be a lot of things. Remember, this is metallic thread. Metallic thread, very, very delicate. And we are stitching on top of sequins. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all kind of works out. Okay. I have it now at 400 stitches per minute. Let me bring you guys a little closer. And let's see how. Should have stuck with fabric. I mean, it's coming out all right. It's okay. I don't think the metallic thread combination with the sequins is working too well. Too much of a shine, if you ask me. But it's all right. It's a shirt for me to rock. It's different. And at 400 stitches per minute, I think I'm doing okay, because it seems to be embroidering just fine, and no more snags. So 500 stitches per minute was a little bit too fast, maybe, or it could be too that it hit something. I mean, it looks cute. It does look cute. I'll give you guys a close-up when it's all done. But moving forward, I don't think this design with sequins is going to work. I think it's better if you get like maybe vinyl or just a fabric, a piece of nice fabric and stuff. But it's cute. It does look kind of cute, but I could be speaking too soon. Okay? I could be speaking too soon. And it looks like this is going to stitch for a little bit, and it's doing the M, so I'm going to, sit with you guys here. Yep, I watched Taisha Forson. I seen her, and you know what? She looked like she could cut up that sequence with no problem. I'm telling you. I don't know. Maybe she's using a different type of sequence or something. And I'm wondering if she irons something on it. I don't know. So, you know, but I've watched her and stuff. I'm going to go down the chat to say hi to you guys. Wow, this is embroidering. I'm going to be honest with you. Looking at it on camera, it doesn't look bad. It looks really cute. I think I spoke too soon. I think it looks really, really cute. Isn't that cute? Well, guys, it's already 9:45. So I probably will do is the sleeve. I'll probably just videotape that tomorrow morning. And, you know, so you guys could see the sleeve and stuff. But, oh, my God. But I don't know. I think it's coming out kind of cute. I mean, I don't know. What you guys think? I mean, it's pretty cute. Put some topper on before you do the final stitching. Oh, damn, Eartha. I wish I saw your thing. I should have. You're right. I should have put some topper. I think that would have. Yeah, I don't want to stop the machine now, but I think I should have did that. Oh man. Okay, I gotta go down because I think I'm over here working, and I should have been looking at the chat, okay, to see your advice, and I didn't even like see anything. I should have been doing that and stuff, but because I'm sure maybe some of you guys had tried this. This is my first time, so I don't know and stuff. So here comes Mello. Mello, how you doing, Papa? How you doing, Papa? Look at them sexy legs. For you guys that don't know, which I don't think I told anybody, Mello was in the intensive care unit for animals this past week and stuff. Let me tell you what Mr. Mello did. I had taught on Saturday. I taught a class on sewing, and you know, I knew it was going to be a long class. So one of the things that I did was I had put some Brookside dark chocolate in my tote bag so that I could munch on it while I was teaching class, you know, but I was not able to eat it, right? So I went upstairs, I put the tote bag in my room. Mello being Mello, went into my tote bag, took out all my stuff, found the 2 bags of dark chocolate, 2 pounds, and ate it all. Thankfully, I was like, he's too quiet. I went into the master bathroom, and I caught him with his nose inside the bag of chocolates. So you guys that don't know, chocolates is like poison to dogs. Their immune system, you know, their digestive system, very different from ours. So there are certain foods that dogs can't eat. So when I saw that it was the chocolates, I freaked out. So I had to call Poison Control, get a case number. So I had to call ASPCA, told them what happened. They gave me a case number, Poison Control, and they told me where the nearest vet emergency place was, which was MedVat in Manassas. The lady told me, whatever you do, take him now, because it's only a matter of time before that starts to break down in his stomach and he can die from it. So I didn't even comb my hair, nothing. Okay, I looked like a bump, but I didn't care. I took Mello, I threw him in that car, and I drove so fast. I'm thankfully no cops stopped me or anything. Drove so fast. They told me what hospital to go to. They called ahead. They called the animal hospital to let them know that I was on my way. Soon as I arrived, the doctors ran out, grabbed him, and brought him in. So they needed to induce his vomiting. So they gave him an IV. And he had to stay in the intensive care unit overnight because they had to monitor his heart rate. It was a mess. It was a mess. I called my sister. I was upset. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't want nothing to happen to my dog. Because, you know, I mean, you know, Mello's Mello, right? Mello's Mello. And yeah, so it was like that night I did not sleep. So it was like we got there and they told me he had to stay overnight. I went back there. I saw him in ICU. I was just so heartbroken. I was a mess. I was a real mess. I was like, oh my God. And then I had to go home and then did not sleep. And I told, they told me, well, we can release him at 6 o'clock in the morning if everything goes well. And I said, okay. Well, let me tell you, I was there at 4 o'clock in the morning. Even though they told me 6, I was there at 4. And I was like, I'll wait in the waiting room. I don't care. And I waited, and they checked all his vital signs. Thank God they were able to get to him on time. Thank goodness. I mean, it was just I was crying. I was so like, you guys have no idea. My baby. Oh, you guys have no idea. That day was just, it was, wow. I was just like, oh my God. I showed up in slippers. I was at the hospital in slippers. I didn't even have shoes. I had slippers. I didn't care. I was just like, oh my God. And I even like, as soon as I got there, I told him, I don't care what you have to do. I don't care about the money. I was like thinking to myself, I will start 10 YouTube channels if I have to pay for Melo's recovery. Oh, and if you guys were to see his legs, they had to shave his legs. So he has his 2 front legs are shaven. And they had to shave his back feet. So he had 3 IVs in him, and then they were also, I think that they gave him another shot on the other foot. I don't remember what it was, and they had to take his blood. And I felt so terrible for him because he didn't even know what was going on. All he knew was he had a good meal. He had 2 pounds of chocolate. And I was like, oh my God. And that's the good chocolate too. The Brookside had the little blueberries in it. And I those are my favorite, and I will never eat them again. Sorry, Brookside. I will never eat you again because I don't ever want Melo to get that bad. I mean, those are my favorite chocolates. I always have those chocolates with red wine. But, for tomorrow, what I'm planning on doing when the snow starts to fall is I want to sit on my front porch with wine. And I would normally be there with chocolates. But no, I'm just going to go there with a cheese tray, grapes, and call it stuff that if he gets a hold of it, it'd be fine. I really love how this is metallic thread, guys. This is the thread that everybody hates. And I don't know, I'm speaking too soon. You know what I'm saying? But if you notice just one thread break in the beginning, and I have it running really slow now, and look at that machine go. I mean, not one thread break. And I have to tell you, I really like the way that that's looking. I really, really do. Don't let them have grapes either. Yeah, I don't. Because grapes are bad. I mean, but I got to tell you guys, it was bad. I was like in tears. I mean, it was like, I was telling the vet, no, you don't understand. That's not just a dog. He's my best friend. I was like, no. You know how many secrets Melo knows? We go for walks every day. I talk to him. Even when I mess up in my embroidery room, we talk and everything. It's like, so attached to this dog. I am. And it was just so God. But you're gonna jinx it. I know, but so it's at the end, guys. It is at the end. And I'm like, this is so cool. I mean, I'm loving this. It's really looking pretty. It really is. And I kind of like that I chose the metallic thread. I thought the metallic thread may not be a good choice when it first started, but you know what? I think I spoke too soon. I really do. I think it spoke too soon. It's going, and it's looking good. It's rocking. That it really is. I got a cute shirt for tomorrow. I'm gonna be rocking that shirt tomorrow. Okay, this sweatshirt. I'm gonna be wearing this. They're gonna be. Where'd you get that shirt? You make them? No, I'm not selling these shirts. This is like, can't do it. I'm just not that. I'm not into that. I don't know. I mean, even my husband was telling me, he's like, how come you don't do that? Because, I mean, you live right next door to a wholesale place and you can get the shirts, you know, from there. So it's not like you have to have the inventory at home, you know, and, which she's right. Because what I could do is just order the shirts as I need them. Wow, it finished the M. It finished the M, guys. Now it's doing the A. That is looking so nice. Guys, I think I did a good job tonight. This is my first time doing the sequence stuff, and it came out good. Yet, oh, McFate, let me tell you, yeah, chocolates, very dangerous for dogs. Very, very, very dangerous. I'm telling you, when I called ASPCA and they gave me the case number, the lady said, I want you to really listen to me. You have to get him there quickly. This is very time sensitive. We got to get, you know, we don't want that to go through the digestive system. And when she told me like that, she said, it's really important. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, okay. So I'm like, oh God. Oh, thank you, Marsha. Yeah. Oh, what brand of the metallic thread? I use the King Star. Goober's mom. I use the King Star. To me, the King Star is really the best. As you can see, no snags. Now, you do have to run it slow. Okay, I don't care what metallic thread you buy. I was going to say bread. Okay, not bread, thread. You have to run it slow. You can't rush metallic thread. It's going to snag. Because you got to remember, metallic thread is like wire. You're actually, you know, you're sewing with wire. So it's very different. It's not polyester thread. It's not rayon thread, you know, so you got to really be careful. I hope he's back to his supervising full time. He is, Netta. He is. He's a trip. He's downstairs barking. I don't know at who, but I took him for a nice long walk today because it's going to snow, and it's going to probably snow really big. So it's going to be a while, and I'm going to have to I'm going to get some batting, and I'm going to see if I could like make him some leg warmers because they shaved a big part of his legs, you know, for all the IVs and all that stuff. And oh my God. And when I saw his legs, and I'm like, I started crying more, and the ladies over there were like, no, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. He's reacting very well. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, that's my dog. Every time I talk to Mello, I say, we go together. Me and him are going to go together. You know, that's my bud. Oh, guys. I think I really did good. And I wanted to do the sleeve with you guys, but I know it's already kind of late. and stuff, because what time is it? I wasn't expecting that the mom section would take so long, you know, especially with the thing. Mello needs leg warmers. Yes, I'm gonna I'm gonna have to make him some leg warmers and stuff, because you know it's gonna snow. It's gonna be high. I don't want the snow touching his skin and then he gets a rash or something like that, you know. So I'm gonna have to do like some leg warmers or something like that. I love the sequins. It looks tricky to cut. It was tricky. Oh, thank you, Netta. I appreciate that. I love it too. I will have to knit him those leg ones. Nancy, you're gonna have to. Yes, I'm telling you. Oof. And it was funny too, because when I called my sister, I was calm, okay. But when I got there and I saw how they just snatched Mello, it's like I just literally parked the car. I mean, I was like, and then I had the Model X, so I have the Falcon Wing doors. As soon, you know, they ran out and they said, "Is this Mello?" And I said, "Yes." And as soon as I opened that door, they just snagged him out, put him in a cart, rushed him in. I was like, shit. I felt like they stole my dog. I was like, oh my God. And, you know, I mean, but I will say I was so appreciative, because they really wasted no time on working on him, because it was just like, oh my God. So, yeah. So I'm so glad that that everything turned out good, because I'm gonna tell you something. If something happened to Mello, I think I would have disappeared from the channel for a long time, because I would not have been up to it. I would have been I would have been a mess, guys. A mess. I really would have been a mess. But let me see. I'm gonna go down the chat and say hi to you guys, because it looks like it's almost finishing. Okay, so I'm gonna say hi to you guys and see how you guys are doing. A lot of people. Hey, Marlene, how are you? I see Cynthia. Hey, Shauna, how are you? How you doing? We are both retired. I'm retired. I'm retired with you now. Hey, Robin, I see Emma. Iris, how you doing? Hey, Peggy. Marlene's in the house. Cynthia. Hey, Lenora, how are you? I mean, Eleanor, how are you doing? I see Jenny in there. Hey, that's my girl, Shana. Hey, Crafty Puerto Rican, how you doing? You know, Crafty Puerto Rican, I was ready to say, if this shirt doesn't come out good, I'm gonna have to take that trip to Baltimore so you can work on some rhinestones for me. Oh, what is it, Papa? You okay? Are you okay? What's wrong? There goes my baby. There goes my baby. Look at Mello. Look at Mello. Mello, you doing good, Papa? You doing good? Yeah, look at you, big boy. You big bad boy. No more chocolates. No more chocolates? No more chocolates? No more, right? No more? I know no more. Yeah. I'm ignoring you. Oh, Papa. Mwah. Love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you. I love you too. Yeah. You okay, Papa? You feeling 100%? Ooh, I'm telling you. He came home. Ooh, you got extra hugs, right? Nobody matters but you. You got extra hugs, extra treats, extra everything. Extra everything. Yeah. You know, skinny legs. Skinny legs. All right. Let me see. How's that coming out? It's coming out okay? Ooh, Mama got a cute shirt. Mama got a cute shirt. She rocking a shirt. She gonna put your name on the sleeve. Ooh, I'm excited about this shirt, guys. It's really looking cute. It's looking cute. Let me keep saying hi to you guys. Okay. Hey, SK, how are you? The happy housewife is in the house. C's normal Ron, how you doing? I figured out how to use the camo. I use an old phone as a webcam in my live stream. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, no. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop that. Because this is the metallic thread. I don't want metallic thread. I want that pink thread. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back. All right, let me go to where, there it is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch threads here. Because what I want is I want the pink thread to show up. I don't want the metallic. There you go. That's what I want. There you go, baby. And I can up this a little faster. That looks pretty good. I like it. I like it. Mellow, I love it. You're a genius. You came up with this idea. You did. Oh, yes. Sometimes the supervisor is right. You know? Let's see. Let's go on. Hey, Eartha. I see Eartha in the house. Hey, Joyce. How are you? Marsha. Hey, girl, for real. How you doing? Hey, Cindy. How are you? Hey, Nancy. How you doing? That's my sister. And that's her channel, Gifts HQ. And if you guys want, not want, but please do support the Crafty Puerto Rican as well as another channel. Hey, Joyce, how are you? Hey, Robin. Cindy, how you doing? Let's see. Hey, Becky, how are you? How you doing? Hey, Danielle. We all preparing for the big snow. Hey, Lou, how are you? It's finished. Let's go take a look at it. Oh, my God. I'm excited. All right. Excited. All right, guys. Okay, so I'm going to have to take you off of here. And I'm going to move you. Oh, my God. Look at this. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put you guys on the other tripod, okay? Because we got to look at this up close. And I got to tell you something. Oops, sorry. Let's see. Okay. You guys can see? Yep. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to get it from the machine. I'm bringing it to the table. Oh, my God. Oh. I love it. Look at that. Look at that. And I'm over here worried that it wasn't going to come out right. The things that went through my mind, I was like, oh, this video is going to be a flop. Another flop from last week, because last week the design didn't come out good. Let me clean this up a little bit. Love that. All right. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I'm too excited. Woo! Wait, look at that. Look at that. Oh. Let me move this back here. Oh. Let me put this back here too. I don't want nothing messing with my new sweatshirt because it's gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Take out my little dot. See, that's what I love about using these things. You just peel it right off. No marking. You don't got to worry about nothing. I just love, I mean, it could be a little bit of a pain, those little stickers, but they work. Oh my God, guys. All right, let me give you guys the close-up so that you guys can actually see the close-up. And I have to make sure that you guys can see because I am beside myself. Let me put my little iPad over here because I want to make sure that you guys see. Look. Let me see where the camera is. Oh, there you go. Okay, sorry, guys. All right. Up. There you go. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this. Okay, there you go. Do you see that? Do you see the edges on the M and the A? Let me move it back out. See that? Oh, that looks really good. I love all of this. Look at this. This looks, oh. I have a delay on my camera, so look at that. The edging in the metallic thread. Gorge. I love it. I love it. This is a winner. This is a winner, guys. So I got to tell you, I have got to tell you. All right, let me go. Let me take this, remove this, and let me expand me because that way you guys can see the shirt so that I can sport it out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that like bam, bam? I'm going to be wearing this tomorrow. I'm going to rock it. I got to make Nancy one. Got to make her one. Oh my God. How pretty. Now, the question that I have now is washing. I have never washed anything with sequins on it before, so I don't know how this gets taken care of, okay? I don't know, I mean, look at the stitching, guys. Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. And the metallic thread at the end looks, I called it right. Now, look at that. Now, the only thing too, this is the downside. This sweatshirt is way too big. I bought an extra 2X. Look at how big this is. It fits like a dress, but that's okay. I'll buy another one, extra large, and it'll fit a little better. So, still too big, but oh my gosh. Gorge. Happy. And it matches my hat. And then I could wear my scarf because I have my little scarf. This is the scarf that my sister made for me, that it came with my hat, right? I'm telling you, she should sell these because these are a very, very, very cute set. So with this, and this, look at how I match. I got my outfit for tomorrow. Very, 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 very cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Wash it inside out. Hang to dry. Turn it inside out. Okay. Wash it inside out. Gotcha. I was wondering about that because I was like, I know you can't just throw it in the wash like that. And the other thing that I was thinking about was also the heat and bond and stuff. I was like, I know I'm not going to be putting no iron on sequins because this is going to melt. It's not going to do good with the heat, but gorge, guys. Gorge. So this is what we're going to do because it is really late and stuff. I finished the mop. So what I'm going to do is next week at the live, we're going to take this same sweatshirt. We're going to embroider the sleeve. Okay. That way we're going to do the whole process together. Okay. So I'm not going to embroider the sleeve. I'll wait till next Friday. And then next Friday, we're going to take this and we're going to keep going. And then I'm going to embroider the sleeve, with the design that I made with Fred, Cardito and stuff. So that way you guys can see how the sleeves are done on the multi-needle machines. Okay. And stuff. So let's do that because I don't want to go ahead and embroider it. And then all of a sudden, it's like you guys didn't get to see the process and stuff, even though I've done a video of it before, but I never did it live. So I'll do it live next week. So that way you guys can see how the sleeve is. So guys, I hope you guys like this project for this Friday. I kind of like doing projects with you guys on Friday. I think these are kind of fun. Let me know in the comment section if this is something that you want to see me continue to do. Or do you guys just want me to pick a topic of running an embroidery business and then I can go ahead and talk? I mean, because, I was talking with my sister and my sister was like, all you do is talk. All you do is talk. So she was like, you should do a project and stuff. But the thing is, I didn't do that because I didn't have the right camera set up. Now I'm getting a lot better. And so now that I have that, I'm like, now I can start working on doing projects with you guys if that's something that you guys want to see more of, because I don't mind doing it. I mean, I could talk to you guys about placement of embroidery on the left side, the right side, how I do jackets. We can do jackets. We can embroider a jean jacket. I'll go buy a jean jacket and we can do different designs all over it. I mean, whatever you guys want. And I see already Cindy's voting more projects. Go Her's mom wants more projects too and stuff. Blink Sterling saying more projects. Hey, I can do more projects and stuff. That is, I mean, these are fun. I actually like doing it. You know what I'm saying? And what I kind of like, oh yeah, and SK saying mix it up. And I can mix it up too, because I know some of you guys do have an embroidery business, and some of the tips that I give. Hey, Eve from the Baby Booty, see, cool projects are fun. She's voting for projects. Baby Booty, look at this. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Oh my God, I did this. Oh my God, this is so cool. I'm rocking this. I'm going to be rocking this when I have breakfast with my hubby tomorrow. So I'm all excited. Oh my God, this came out cute. So next Friday, we will work on the sleeve. Okay. So I won't do the sleeve. We're going to do it together. As you guys saw, we already did the design of the sleeve. I'm going to put Fred, Cardito, and Mello. Fred's got the heart. Cardito's got the baby feet, even though he's 26 years old. We all know he ain't no baby. But they're always babies in our hearts. And we got Mello with the paw, even though right now his legs are a little bit shaved up. I can't wait for that hair to grow back, because he's walking around the house looking like chicken legs and stuff. I'm telling you, I mean, he's a trip. Let me see if I can show you guys, if you guys can see. Mello, show them the legs. Show them your legs. You want to show them your legs? Stay right here. Show me. Oh, you just walked too quick. See, guys, so he had IVs, and I don't know if you guys can see. He has, this leg is shaven, so they had to shave his legs. This one, they had to shave, and then his feet. They had to shave his feet and stuff. So, yeah, but he is better. He's 100%. I got my dog back. I love you to death. And tomorrow, when it starts to snow, we are going to play in the snow, and I'll probably videotape so that you guys can see him running around. But I got to wrap those legs up real good because we don't want you to get sick and get all cold or anything like that, right? Right, Bubba? Yeah. So I'm so excited and everything. So we started off with a bad week with Mello going to ICU, but you came out of there like a champ because you're going to live forever. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, you're going to live forever. We're going to go together, right? Me and Mello. So, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. And I hope you liked today's project. I think it was fun. It was successful. You did a good job picking those colors, young man. Yes, you did. And I will see you guys next Friday. Okay, so you guys take care. Next Friday, we're going to be working on that sleeve because we got to get your name on that sweatshirt, right? All right. You want to say bye? You want to say bye? All right, guys. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Stay safe. Stay warm for all you guys that are living around my area. We're supposed to be getting hit real big tomorrow. We are like so super ready. Got my red wine ready. Got my cheese ready. I'm going to be sitting on that porch. I'm going to be watching that snow come down. And I got the baby gate out for you. So that way Mel can sit out there with me. So I will talk to you guys later. And stay safe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good night, everyone. See you soon. And thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.